Swindon, Hereford manager Peter Beadle. Was that the most accomplished performance you've seen from Hereford this season?
Yeah, by far. We talked after the game on Saturday about after the game Saturday and speaking before the game tonight about getting back to the game like we had at Shortwood, where I thought we played a similar performance, but I think tonight was better. And it was a complete performance. And as always, the one gripe is it should have been more. It was 3, and it should have been more. But the lads were fantastic. They adjusted, obviously, because we changed things around a little bit, and everyone adjusted to it. And I just thought that the tempo from the first minute was fantastic. The way we worked hard and to not stop them from playing, because they're a good side too. They've scored 10 goals in their last 2 games, and they're a decent outfit. But I thought we completely snuffed them out tonight first half, and then at half time the challenge was, could they do it again second half? And I thought we did. I thought we did fantastic. And like I said, if Pablo slots it across the goal for Mike, maybe we get the second half to an even better start, and then everyone can relax a little bit more. But it took a little bit longer to get that third goal. But throughout the second half, I just thought we dominated all areas of the pitch.
And a word for the defence, because you brought Adam Davis in for his debut and Jimmy Oates at centre back, and it seemed to work really well.
It did, yeah. I mean, it was, like I said, Chris rolled his ankle right at the last, when the keeper kicked it out and referee blew the whistle on Saturday as he was walking back, because he rolled his ankle. So he wasn't quite right. So we just felt that having Jimmy in there would give us a bit more athleticism and a bit more mobility. And that proved the case. And as I said, Adam, we know he's a good footballer, he's a good player, and he slotted in perfectly. And the fact that he's made a great debut and he's had an assist for the first goal, and I thought he was pretty solid throughout the game.
And another player has really come to the fore on loan, Dinsley.
Yeah, again, we just talked about the combinations across the pitch, and we thought that like the 2 centre halves were really good tonight. Adam and Tristan were really good together as a pair. Calvin and Maka were superb as a pair tonight, and the front 2 actually linked up as a pair, which is like astonishing, because I don't think they talked to one another most of the week, but they were great. And then obviously on the left side, Joel and Pablo equally as good. So great combinations, and players will always stand out. Millsy stands out for his goals, Simo for his combative style, Pablo for his great feet. But they can't do it with the rest of the team. So tonight was more about the team than the individuals. We know Jimmy's a good defender. We know he could slot anywhere across the back 4, and he'd do a good job. And he's done that again tonight. So, although they've played superbly tonight, it doesn't surprise me, because I know what they're capable of. And we talked before the game about, why do I get so frustrated and so annoyed with them at times? Is because they drop below the standards they set. Not me. I've never set the standard. They always set it, and they've done it again tonight. So now, obviously, going into the next game, we've got a little bit of a break, got a bit of a week, not a week's rest, but we've got a week to change, to work hard during the week and get ready for next Tuesday. And like I said, it would be nice to put one of them performances in at home, where we're totally dominant and we win the game comfortably, but we play with that tempo and that purpose for the 90 minutes. I think we've done it in spells, but never over a longer period.
And how much of a marker is that match? Because Swindon have been on such a good run. And you've mentioned them before as being there or thereabouts every season.
Yeah, I mean, of course they have. I think they've been in the playoffs the last 4 years, I think, and they got to the final twice, I think. So they're always up there. And Webby's put another good team together. He's changed it around a little bit in the summer, and he's brought in some good young players, and they're a good side. Like I said, you don't put 5 in 2 games by being a bad side. So they went to Wimborne midweek and won 5, and I think Saturday they won 5 as well. So I think it's the one thing about us is we're pretty consistent, even on Saturday in spells when it wasn't great, and everyone will get disappointed because the result wasn't what we wanted. But in spells of the game, we looked at the video after the game and we counted that they had one shot that hit the post in the first half, they had the penalty, and then they had the goal they scored from. That was it. That was all they had Saturday. So how badly did we play on Saturday? It's only because of the result and the way it went down. So we've been extremely consistent from day one of this season. We've had a little bit of a dip in performances, as in Tunbridge, Salisbury. The performances weren't that bad, but we just got punished for every mistake. When we get it right and we don't make mistakes, we do what we've done tonight. And I thought we were superb tonight.
Ryan Greene suspension, you've appealed against it. Do you know when that appeal is?
Well, we've put the appeal in. I think, from what I can gather, and don't quote me on this, but I think it hasn't been successful. There wasn't enough evidence apparently, so it'll be 1 game, which will be Larkhall. So we have to shuffle again. But like I said, as I said there, and I looked around the change room, it doesn't matter who I pick and what team I play. The squad is full of ability and technique and some fantastic players. So but what we've got to do is we've got to start raising our bar and making sure that You know, making sure that we don't let teams, when we dominate like we did on Saturday, as we did first half, we don't let teams back in the game, and it's a habit that we want to get out of, and one that we had a little bit last year. Tonight now they've set the bar high, so like I said, if they drop below that, there'll be a few windows going again, no doubt.
Are you going to be able to get Calvin Dinsley for a second month?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his situation is at Gloucester. We were looking to freshen things up and change it around a little bit. So Calvin came in, Jamie came in, Adam came in, but we'll wait and see. But we've also got, you know, one of the main reasons Calvin came in was Rob has a little bit of a slight knock on his knee. You know, so this is giving him a little bit of time to recover from that. And you know, when Rob's fully fit, then you'd like to think that he would slot in and do a job just as good. And we can't carry too many players of that ilk, you know, because obviously they're quality players, and we want to keep as many of them on the pitch. It's a squad game, and if we could do something, we may do, but we just need to see what his situation is. He, you know, like I said, I think the thing for him was to come here, play some games on the bounce to get him shot, and then go back and hopefully force himself into the Gloucester team. I think that was always his plan. But he seems to have settled in great, and his performances so far have been pretty good. And like I said, again tonight, I thought him and Mike McGrath in there were superb.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.